All right. So, yes, there are three towns I can't go back to because of what happened with that loaf of bread and box of Go-Gurt, but we are not talking about that right now. Let me tell you instead about the time I was a pirate. All right. I was briefly a pirate once upon a time. I wasn't very good at it, more like nautically adjacent, we'll say. So I hired on with Captain Blaggermug after I told him that I could read stars and talk to seagulls, which is technically true. I can talk to them. They just don't really talk back very much unless I have fries. And as for the star reading, I can also read them as long as it's kind of like a book with no words and all pictures. Anyway, our crew was cursed, not dramatic fire from the sky cursed, like the whole biblical thing, more like mildly inconvenienced forever. Every time we opened a treasure chest, it was full of identical spoons, hundreds of them, ornate, polished, somehow always uncomfortably warm, like humid. How can spoons be humid? I don't know. I mean, just had to be there. They were humid. So our good captain kept insisting that we were always, quote unquote, close to greatness, which I am pretty sure he just meant heat stroke. We once spent 6 days trying to navigate around an island that turned out to be a pancake syrup stain on the map, and I tried to tell him, but he was busy licking a compass because he thought that it tasted like ambition. It didn't. It tasted kind of like copper and other bad ideas from bad ideas past, present, and future, and to think it wasn't even Christmas. Eventually, we made landfall on a beach that immediately smelled like marmalade and an outdoor fish market at noon, which should have been our first warning sign. We were immediately chased off by an angry mermaid cult, and they weren't magic or even that kind of mermaid. No, just aggressively organized and heavily moisturized, and you really shouldn't ask about that if you want to sleep tonight. So I managed to escape. I had to steal a coconut. I faked a limp, and I claimed diplomatic immunity, which ended up working out pretty well. In the confusion, I managed to get out. Um, the moral of the story is that coconuts are often bigger than you think they are.